Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I thought I'd talk about the fourth Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Bullshit. And the reason why I say bullshit is because we all know it wasn't the final one, but it originally was going to be the last one. In 1984, you had so many slasher films, you had the Tassie original Nightmare on Elm Street, and at the time, Paramount was getting a lot of hate letters, they're getting sick of slasher films, so they decided to make this one the final one. So they called it Friday the 13th Part 4. They called it Friday the 13th, the final chapter. And it's not a bad doing. You go fast backs from the other Friday the 13th, Part 2, where the dice go in the tamp store, and there's all bits from 1, bits from 2, and bits from 3, because we all know which is going to be the last one. Then you get the iconic music, what we all remember. And the only bit that gets me is the old bits where it's midnight, right? The old bits where it's midnight, where they hear the doctor and Jason's body from number 3 mentions bits from that. And it happened at daytime when that happened. So that's the only bit what got to me. Now, I do know there was a lot of deleted scenes in the film. There's a lot of bits here and there what we're missing, and it was a lot more fire. See, this is one, right? I'm going to be open and honest. This is one I'd love to have the X-rated version of Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Love to have it because it was a lot more bloodier when it came out. It was a lot more graphic when it came out. The one we've got, it's not bad, but if you've ever seen the uncut one, try it. I've seen it on YouTube. You want to see Friday the 13th, the final chapter, type in uncut version, you'll see it all on YouTube, and it's a lot more graphic. Now, it starts off as an obstacle. You've got a lad down on with a nurse. The nurse tells him to fuck off. The nurse gets cut, and the uncut one, it's a lot more graphic. You see him cut her up with a staple knife. Date scene, cusses his head with his bare hands, saws his head, saws his neck. It's always on the uncut one, it's a lot more graphic. That's what I mean. That's one I'd love to see. Love to see the uncut version. Now you get a very long, Tawny Todd's in this. You remember him? He's been in a lot of films. He makes his appearance as Tommy. This is where you get the Tommy story. Tommy is in 3 of these. That's why he is in 3 of the Friday the 13th. Tommy. And I like Tommy. I mean, Tommy, he's good. So I kind of like Tommy in it. He's typical nerdy kid. He makes maths. He's a risk kid on computers. You name it, he can do it. And you've got the sister. I kind of like the sister in it. I like the mum in it. I like them all. So it's not a bad one, this. Jason escapes from the obstacle. You got the idea now he's going to be killing. Again, you got the bigger bull scenes. He's hiding in the buses. He's got the time the man has to kill her. That's the bit where I got a bit fucking bored because it's like, come on, it worked in 1, right? It worked in 2. The third one was getting a bit dry, and the fourth one, do we need it? We knew already that the killer was Jason Voorhees. We knew it. So did you really need it? But I do like the teenagers in it. I like the lad in it. He vines his mate up and he does this. You know what? You know what? What? You're a dead fuck. A what? A dead fuck. What's one of them? Someone who doesn't get laid. A dead fuck. And the computer does not lie. And I like it. I like the characters in it. You got Wonder in it. It's like cute to look at. And it's like I said last time. You remember American Ninja? She was the same dude who was in American Ninja, the original one. That nice scenes. He steps off in it. It's definitely not shy in this film. Steps off a lot. So the kind of like the people in it. You know what I mean? They're all likable. It's surprising film. This. When you think about it, it's a surprising film because they all get fucking killed. They all get killed, which is kind of the same really. Because I like the characters. I really do like them. So it's kind of heartbreaking to see them all get bunked off. But again, a lot of adulterated deaths, and it's a damn shame you don't see this in its uncut form. Again, John Safina, the man himself, did the effects for this. Because originally it was going to be the last one. They decided why not have John Safina do the effects in it. He did it in the original. Why not have him do it in this one? Friday the 13th, the final chapter. And what a damn good effects. Damn good practical effects, which I miss. You're never going to see ever again. You got 2 twin sisters in it. It's like cute to look at. Love to see when one gets flung through a fucking window. It's down a copy in number 8. You got the lad who gets his face cut in the shower. It goes on the uncut one. It's a lot more graphic. The dude who I said from what was it, American Ninja. So he gets death and the knife goes in the shoulder. I do know in the uncut one it was a lot more graphic, it was a lot more nerfing. Sad to say, it's cut. And it's the same, that's one I'd love to see uncut, because you do have a lot of creative deaths. You got one lad in it, and you kind of feel sorry for him. If you remember the sister, one of us had a nice tit, like to look at in number 2. The buffer in this comes after Jason, but he gets the death scene in this. You don't really see it, but you do get the after shots where he gets flung through a window. So you do get the after shots there. And Tommy saves his head, a bit like me, to outsmart the villain, being Jason. And Jason gets a meat cleaver in the face, and you think he's dead. Now, the only bit what got me in this is originally it was going to be the last one. And it's like I said last time. Do you believe and do you buy into a fucking kid killing an 8-foot die? This is a die, right, what can crush your head, like in number 3, make your eyeball pop out, trusses a guy's face in the shower, kills people with his bare fucking hands, stunned as anything. Do you fucking believe a die like that could get killed by a kid? A fucking kid. But it is what it is. It's still not a bad film. I do know originally it was going to have a different ending where the mum got killed, right? You don't see it, it's off Steam, but the mum of Tommy got killed, right? In the deleted ending, an original ending, you do see a bit where the daughter's walking about, she finds her mum's body, her eyeballs open up, turn right, and it turns out to be a nightmare. You know, like your typical nightmare ending. They did that because it was in 1, it was in 2, and you know, we got it in number 3 with Jason's mum jumped out the water. So they wanted to do an ending like that, but decided not to go for that ending. You can find it if you look for it on YouTube. Just put in Friday the 13th, the final chapter's original ending. You will probably see it. You know what I mean? With the actress who played the daughter, I was talking, you know, voice over because it's a lost scene. It's interesting, but I'm trying to see why it was not in the film. Again, had a lot of deleted scenes. The death scenes and the gruesome scenes are a lot more graphic. Sad to say, finding that best of Britain, but you can find it. Just type up on YouTube, and you can find it. But it's not a bad thing. I like Friday the 13th, the final chapter. You know, it's what's going to be the last one, but as we all know, bullshit. Money talks. It definitely made a lot of money. They decided not to make Friday the 13th, the final chapter, the last one, and that's when they did the next one thereafter, and that be Friday the 13th, part 5, A New Beginning. That's the next one I'm going to be talking about, which is also one of my favourites. I'm kind of happy it weren't the last one, because I didn't really buy a kid killing this guy. Like I said, you can crush your head like a shape, you can fucking turn you into must, and as the films go on, the deaths get more creative. Could you buy this 8-foot die with a hockey mask, doing all that, and then a kid fucking kills him? Come on. But at the end of the day, it's what it is. I like Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Again, I like the characters, like the one that keeps winding his mate up. You're a dead fuck. A dead fuck? Me? And the computer does not lie. But in this case, it definitely lied because they made a lot more. It's Dudden from 1984. That is Friday the 13th, the final chapter. It's a Dudden. Into then. I'll see you soon. Do some more reviews and more movies and more topics on the way. Into then. Be smart, be safe, and I'll see you soon.